You've probably seen them popping up everywhere, right? Those ads promising you can launch a super profitable AI agency, no tech skills needed, and just start collecting thousands every month from local businesses. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on that exact pitch. We're going to deconstruct the entire business model that's being sold as the next big thing in local marketing.
So to really get why this pitch even exists, you have to start with the problem it's claiming to solve. And it all kicks off with this, just jaw-dropping number. The source material claims that missed appointments cost U.S. healthcare practices alone over $150 billion every single year. I mean, wow, that's not just a small leak, that is a massive hole in the boat.
Why? So that just begs the question, doesn't it? What is going on here? Why are all these local businesses, we're talking dentists, gyms, you name it, just hemorrhaging cash like this? According to the pitch we're looking at, the answer is actually a lot simpler than you'd think. And that brings us right into the first part of this whole story, what they call the local business dilemma. It's not about a lack of advertising or not getting enough people interested. It's about what happens, or more importantly, what doesn't happen after that initial spark of interest. The entire pitch really hangs on this one powerful idea. The biggest problem isn't getting leads, it's actually converting them. Think about it. A potential customer reaches out, they ask for a quote, they try to book something, and then crickets. The source argues that this dead air, this complete failure to follow up quickly, is where businesses are just bleeding thousands of dollars month after month. So if the follow-up is the broken part, then what's the right tool to fix it? Well, the pitch makes its case with this incredibly stark comparison. You've got email, with maybe a 20% open rate if you're lucky, and then you've got SMS, or text messaging, with a nearly perfect 98% open rate. The argument is simple. For getting someone's attention right now, text messaging isn't just better, it's in a totally different universe. But here's where the pitch gets clever. It doesn't just focus on the pain the business owner is feeling, it flips the script and looks at the other side of the coin, the marketing agency or the freelancer who's actually trying to help these businesses. And what do you know? It turns out it's the exact same problem, just seen from a different angle. The pitch claims that almost 3/4 of these agencies are losing their own clients because the client has a poor follow-up system. The marketer does their job, they bring in the leads, but if the business owner can't close them, who gets blamed? The marketer. And that leads to frustration, canceled contracts, the whole mess. And this slide right here, this is the core transformation they're selling. The old way is painted as this total nightmare of endless manual work, always chasing clients for payments, and then getting blamed when things don't work out, all for a pretty low fee. But the new way, the AI employee promise, is the exact opposite. It's a system you can just clone, it's fully automated, and it actually proves its own value by booking appointments, which makes it way easier to justify a higher, more stable monthly fee. Okay, so after laying out all that pain and frustration for both the business and the marketer, the story finally introduces its hero. This is the big turning point. They call it the AI employee solution, and it's designed to create a totally new, way more efficient kind of agency. So what on earth is this AI employee? Well, the pitch defines it as an automated system that all starts with a simple QR code. A customer scans it with their phone, and that immediately triggers an AI-powered chat over text message. It takes over from there. It can qualify the lead, answer their questions, and even get them booked on the calendar, all without a human ever having to step in. And it does it 24/7. So this system basically automates that whole messy funnel from the second a lead comes in to the moment an appointment is booked. But the real genius in the pitch is how they frame it. They sell it as the perfect employee. It works around the clock, it never calls in sick, it never quits, and it definitely never asks for a raise. You see, it hits all the major pain points for small business owner: reliability and cost. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds really complex, really technical. But the next part of the pitch is all about calming that fear. It basically promises that you do not need to be some kind of tech wizard to make this work. In fact, they claim you can get a whole system up and running in less time than it takes to brew a pot of coffee. And they break it down into this almost laughably simple 3-step process. Step 1, pick a niche, like a dentist. 2 minutes. Step 2,
Let the AI system build everything for you. The QR code, the landing page, all the chat scripts. 4 minutes. And step 3, you deploy it for the client and start collecting your fee. 2 more minutes. The entire message is about speed and simplicity, just stripping away any fear of the tech. Okay, so we've got the problem and we've got the proposed tech solution, but how does this actually turn into a real profitable business for you, the agency owner? Well, let's take a look at how this whole service is packaged, framed, and ultimately sold.
And right here, this quote is the absolute core of the sales strategy. The advice they give is to stop talking about software or features. Don't even mention AI or SMS automation. Instead, you sell the solution to their #1 problem, their biggest revenue killer. The positioning is just so powerful. You're not some tech vendor, you're the person who is literally plugging the hole in their bucket. And this isn't pitched as some generic one-size-fits-all solution. The whole model is built around going after these really specific, high-value local businesses, where the return on investment is super easy to calculate and see. For a dentist, you're not just booking an appointment, you're saving them a $200 no-show fee. For a restaurant, you're adding thousands in revenue. Each niche has its own crystal clear, easy to understand value proposition.
So we've seen the problem, we've seen the solution, we've seen the sales strategy, and now we get to the final piece, the actual offer that ties this whole thing together for the person they're trying to sell to, the aspiring agency owner.
The entire presentation is designed to lead you to this one single, powerful image. It frames the whole decision as an absolute no-brainer. Look at this tiny little bar representing your one-time cost for the software, and then look at the huge bar right next to it, showing the potential monthly recurring revenue you could get from just one client. It's a visual promise of an almost immediate and massive return on your investment.
And of course, no sales pitch would be complete without a healthy dose of urgency, right? The final message is all about becoming the go-to AI employee expert in your town, and doing it now. The implication is crystal clear. This is a ground floor opportunity, and that window to get in while it's still new is closing fast. So that's the pitch. You have a massive, expensive problem, and here's an elegant, automated solution. But it really leaves us with the big, lingering question, doesn't it? Is this genuinely the future of how local marketing will work, or is it just the latest digital gold rush for the people who managed to get in first?